Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to another WWE 2K19 roster concept here for a potential universe mode. Now this one would be, as you can see, a little bit of Lucha Underground, which I think is pretty cool actually. I like the idea of this one. It's one that's actually, I did one episode of once on a previous game, just to see how it went, and it got like 4,000 or 5,000 views. It's one of my most viewed WWE 2K, I think it was 18 or 17 videos I had, so I really think this would be a really awesome one to do. Now, roster-wise, we would utilise the normal Lucha Underground roster. We would be able to use anybody who had been part of Lucha Underground at all. So, like Rey Mysterio, even though he's not part of it now, we would still be able to utilise him as part of our roster. Of course, you've got the likes of Pentagon, Phoenix, Drago, Aerostar, Mil Muertes, King Cuerno, Johnny Mundo. You've got Jack Evans, Angelico. You've got some absolutely fantastic names we could really utilise. But also what I would like to do with it is maybe utilise some of the biggest names in Mexican wrestling as well. As you can see in the ring right now, we have got Eddie Guerrero. I'd love to bring in Eddie Guerrero as part of this roster. I think he would be a fantastic Lucha Underground champion. We would utilise the same championships, I believe. I think the Lucha Underground Championship, the Gift of the Gods, essentially being like a Money in the Bank style where you can cash it at any point in time to get a shot at the main event championship. I like the idea of. Obviously, we can't have a trios championship. We'll have to change it to a tag team championship. And I think we would bring in a women's championship as well if we could maybe get enough women to be involved. If not, then we'll just still have women involved, but maybe just not enough for a championship. Because, of course, we've got... Who have we got? We've got Eva Lise. We've got Sexy Star. We've got Chilita Melissa or La Mariposa or whatever her name is now. So I don't know if there's a big enough roster really to warrant having a championship, unless we can find a few extra women that would fit. I know there's the Apache ones, of course, over from Mexico that we could utilise. But what I also would like to do is maybe, this is something you guys can comment on this down below. Would you be happy for me to bring in the likes of Sin Cara, Kalisto, and Lince Dorado into this roster as well? Again, all being Mexican, they would suit the style pretty well, and I think it'd be pretty cool to have that sort of thing. And maybe we could actually have like a lower mid-card championship in here as well to try and get just some of the bigger names, that the more pacier guys in there to have an opportunity. And like I said, I think Legends would be a good idea. I wouldn't mind bringing in the likes of Conan maybe to wrestle for a little bit potentially, or maybe bringing in the likes of even Psychosis and Juventud Guerrera. They're always the names that I seem to remember from WCW in the times when they had the pretty cool cruiserweight roster going on there. But I really like this idea. As you can see, the arena's fantastic. Everything looks really cool. And I think with the right wrestlers, we can have a fantastic roster. And like I said, it did get an absolute butt ton of views last time, so I think it would definitely be worth doing it again. Anyway, like I said, as always, if you do want to vote for this one, then please do drop it down in the comment section down below. Of course, like the video, and of course, view it as many times as you can as well. Like I said, views are not the end of the world. I will ultimately make the final decision of what roster is best to do next. Based on a lot of things like who we can get hold of core-wise and all that sort of stuff, and what I think will be best, and also, it's not down to views as such, but maybe more interaction. So the more likes and the more comments, probably the more likely we're going to see a universe mode. I like this idea. I hope you guys do as well. Of course, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching, and we'll be back very soon for another roster concept video here on WWE 2K19. Bye.